morning. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure, buddy. Tell everybody the name of your company.
It's AxisLab 3D Printing in Standale, Michigan.
AxisLab 3D Printing in Standale. And you work with a charity called Enable, correct?
Yep, that's what I do on the volunteering side. Yeah, Enable's a global community of volunteers, over 8,000 strong. And we 3D print and donate completely free assisted hand and arm devices to kids that are born either missing fingers or hands or up to the elbow.
How long have you been doing this business?
Well, I opened AxisLab about a year ago here in Grand Rapids, and I've worked with Enable for just over 2 years.
So are these limbs, hands, arms, you mentioned digits, are they functional?
Yep, they're all mechanical body-powered devices, so the beauty is in the simplicity. They use some elastic and some rubber bands and actual fishing line to tie into a motion that the children do have. If the children are missing fingers but they can bend a wrist, we use the bending of the wrist to make a fist. If they don't have a hand, we'll actually use the bending of the elbow to make a fist. And they're able to pick up standard household objects. They're able to pick up a tennis ball and play fetch with a dog. It's really, really cool.
And now all the things you described, did you engineer all those things, or was there like something you had to follow in order to get that done?
How Enable works, we have teams of designers. We have about a dozen different devices out there. So we have teams that work independently on specific devices, and all of them are open source and free for anybody in the world to download.
Wow. I thought you were nervous. Listen to how great he's doing.
I know it.
We're just getting started. Are you seriously nervous about this?
Oh, absolutely. But, when you have a passion for something, that tends to trump a fear.
Well, I'm almost thrown off because you're doing so well. And Kyle said he's a little nervous, no big deal. But you're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
How do you get into 3D printing? Obviously, it's a newer technology. What spurs you say, hey, I can do this and make it a business?
I think a big barrier to people is cost. And the cost over the past few years is coming down a lot. Some of the printers that we sell here at AxisLab start at roughly $399 and up. So they're cheaper than an iPhone. So at this point, a lot more people are able to simply afford them to get into it. And when you have a machine that can practically make and manufacture anything that you can draw on a computer, the business potential is kind of endless.
So do you take requests, or do you just sell the printers? Like if I walk in there today and say, hey, I need a leg. I need it this long. I don't need it to be fun. I just want this. Do you make stuff from order?
Absolutely. AxisLab we're a retail public 3D printing shop. So we have a bank of printers. It's $10 an hour for standard plastics for anybody to have anything made. Yeah. I also teach 3D printing classes, Intro to 3D Printing and Intro to Design. It's $65 for a 2-hour class if you wanted to learn how to do it yourself, or we sell machines and the plastics.
Okay, so now this little girl gets the hand. Okay, are you there? Are you witness to this amazing moment when she gets her new hand?
She was my 10th child that I built a hand for, and she was actually the first one that I ever did in town. A lot of them have been through emails. I've sent hands to Hawaii, to Mexico, to the East Coast. She was the first family I worked with directly.
Has the drummer from Leppard ever reached out to you?
No, but I would gladly start designing something.
Sure,
absolutely.
Put some flames on that thing. So how about were you there when when the little girl got the hand? Did you see her reaction?
Oh, absolutely.
How did that go?
It's just incredible. It's an amazing feeling, and that's why I continue to do it. It's all strictly volunteer at that point, but it's rewarding in its own right.
So how does it go? Is it like an email submission, or is it through Enable and they reach out to you and say, hey, Aaron, we've got this person in Hudsonville, can you help her out? Is that how it works, or is it you?
Yeah. We try to have as many options as possible. Somebody can contact us at Enable, which is enablingthefuture.org, and get matched up with somebody in their city. Or if there's nobody locally, they'll find a place like me, and I'll print the parts and drop them in the mailbox and mail them to the families.
Now, you mentioned the parts, and I know in the news story you mentioned, but tell people, because and rightfully so, you get a lot of credit for what you did. This isn't that difficult for you at this point, though, is it, expense-wise and time-wise?
Yeah, absolutely. The amount of plastic that goes into printing the fingers and the palm and the wrist, we're talking roughly $10 to $15 in materials. Then we have some fishing line, rubber bands, and Velcro. It's roughly, her arm was roughly $35 in parts and material.
It's just crazy that $35 and this girl's life has now changed to the point where she can play softball.
And it's such a better look, too, man. In the old days, you had a hook.
Yeah,
I mean,
and we theme them out, and when we get the kids involved, I've done Wolverine Claws, a Wolverine 1, Captain America, Iron Man, we're really super.
Oh, I got to get one of those, man. I tell you what, losing a limb now sounds like a good thing, because if I can get Wolverine Claws, I'm considering pulling a Walking Dead deal on my arm.
Yeah, I would love to work with Greg Nicotero on that, totally, yeah.
Can you, let's say I lose a leg and I request a peg leg. Can you make me like a wooden or a wood look peg leg?
Well, legs are challenging because we are working with plastics primarily.
No, you say yes.
But to be doing a custom shell, we could absolutely do a custom shell with barbed wire and Harley Davidson logos. We could do custom themes to go outside of the metal hardware.
See, people need to reach out to Aaron for Halloween costumes and things. Enough of this parties or costume shop stuff. Go get a 3D, leg, arm extension.
Yeah. We're with Aaron. We're with Aaron Brown from AxisLab in Standale. Hey, man, how far away are we from printing off body parts?
Well, bioprinting, they are doing it as we speak. They're able to do ears and some skin for the medical industry. They're working on organs. It's an exciting field. I always joke, it makes me want to start eating healthier and exercising so I could live longer and see where this is going. It's really an exciting technology.
When you say we're talking like what organs are they printing off right now?
They're working on kidneys. They're working on, it's not too far off to say they may be able to 3D print a heart sometime in the next 15 to 20 years.
So it's a completely matched and working heart.
They use the cells of the patient, so there's no chance of rejection. And what they do is they 3D print a dissolvable lattice structure, and then they grow the cells over that. And when they put it in the body, in theory, the lattice structure will dissolve away, and the organ will remain, and it's their own cells.
You see, if I had it my way, this needs to be so fast-tracked in a way so much that you have, 5 times the employees and researchers working on it, going around the clock, kind of like the auto industry in its heyday, when they were constantly building things, so that it's absolutely as fast as possible to make this happen.
Yeah, and they're working on it, Johns Hopkins and a lot of other, right here, I work with plastics and some carbon fibers, so I'm not at that level, but someday a guy can dream, right?
Well, Aaron, I tell you what, this is it's pretty cool that you're doing this, that you're volunteering and donating and all that stuff, and that
thank you.
These people are able to take advantage of all that stuff.
Yeah, okay. People can reach you on Facebook, and I see the website AxisLab3D.com to reach out if they need anything, right?
Yeah, my Facebook is definitely where I'm most active. Kind of run it like a blog, but you never know what I'm working on this week. So
awesome, man.
What are you printing today? You got any work orders for like a toe or a wiener or anything?
Today it's some just kind of boring factory stuff, prototyping. It's really big for prototyping in businesses that need one-off parts.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Oh, that was good.